You're listening to the Electronic Media Collective Podcast Network. Yeah, it's a mouthful. For more great shows like the one you're about to enjoy, visit electronicmediacollective.com. And now, our feature presentation.
Howdy do, buckaroos, and welcome to Comics with My Kids Podcast, the official podcast for the comicscornerbox.blogspot.com. I'm your host, Matt D., and with me today is...
Logan D.
And tonight we are talking about some comic books we picked up at the Northwest Indiana Comic Con. There are some back issues that we picked up of The Incredible Hulk, specifically issues number 421, 422, and 423, part of the Myth Concepts storyline written by Peter David and art is by Gary Frank. So Logan, I picked up these comic books because you're a big Incredible Hulk fan. Can you tell us a little bit about The Incredible Hulk and why you like him so much?
The Incredible Hulk is... His human form is Bruce Banner, who is an intelligent doctor that when he got hit by gamma radiation, he became what's known as the Hulk. And the Hulk is this green creature with super strength that generally has control over the body, and Bruce Banner can't control it. But in this book, it's he's able to control the body. So it's the body of the Hulk and mind of Bruce Banner.
Right.
Best of both worlds.
So this is kind of like what you would refer to as Happy Hulk, but he's actually
not happy.
Not happy, but Bruce Banner's got some control. He's got some thought process. He's not just a rampaging, smash them all up kind of guy. So let's go ahead and dive into the myth concepts. So what do you know about this story? What can we dive into here?
Well, it starts off with there's this one guy getting chased, and he keeps getting shot at. And so what ends up happening is they end up getting to an area where they fight, and Hulk and all the people there, all the good guys, had gotten sent into a different world.
Okay. Now, this guy that's being chased, do we know his name?
I don't.
Okay. Which character, as I open up the first couple pages here, can you kind of point to the guy and tell me who he is or kind of describe him?
He's not on the first page.
Oh, he's not? Oh.
Wait a second.
Where's he at in this book?
Wait, go back.
Okay.
Him.
Gotcha. All right. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's Rick Jones. Go ahead and have a seat. Yeah, so that's the Hulk's old buddy Rick Jones.
And Rick Jones is getting chased by this one hunter guy.
Yeah. Named Jason the Renegade.
Yeah, so while he's running from place to place, Hulk and his team go and save him. But they all end up getting sent to Asgard.
Okay. Oh, so we're getting into Asgard and Thor, huh?
Yes.
So what do you know about Asgard and Thor?
I know very much about them. Thor's brother's Loki, which it doesn't mention in this book. What I think is cool about this book is Thor doesn't look like Thor. He looks more like this crazy Viking and his hammer's really long. Oh,
okay. Actually, I don't think this is the same Asgard as we know of for the mighty Thor. This is like more the mythological Thor and less of the Marvel Comics Thor. And I'm afraid I can't really direct you too well because it's been a while since I've read this storyline. I need to go back and reread it. But yeah, so what's interesting about this is actually Hulk, and he's part of a group called the Pantheon. And they are basically crime fighters and superheroes that he teams up with. And he hangs out with them for quite some time. And if I remember right, some of the people are part of the classic mythologies of like Aegammenon and Gilgamesh. People like that.
I'm not good with weird names.
Gotcha. Well, those are all mythological characters.
I could not tell you if one was named
Gilgamesh.
Whatever.
Gotcha. All right. So what else can you tell me about this particular Thor, God of Thunder?
He talks in Old English.
Okay.
With the thee, though, and thous.
Forsooth, you say.
Thou must read the book to understand.
Good point. So what did you think of the artwork for this book?
I thought it was neat, and what is really cool is the pages have kind of a yellowy around them to go with the mythological fashion.
Oh, gotcha. Well, that yellowing is called foxing, and that's because these are older issues. This is from the early to mid 90s. So that foxing is actually, it's just because the pages are old, because these are printed on old newsprint paper. They're not printed on the high gloss stuff that we get today. So what do you think about the story overall? What did you learn from it, or what did you get sucked into with it?
I thought what was really cool is, or what I thought was funny is at some point, the Hulk had grabbed Thor's hammer when Thor swung it at him. And he said, now if you were really Thor, I wouldn't be able to lift your hammer. Pulls it out of Thor's hand, and it dropped down and crushed his fingers.
Oh.
My fingers. And what I thought was really cool is they had gone to the ice giants.
Oh, yeah.
Which, spoiler alert, if you had seen the movies, Marvel movies, you would know that Loki's a frost giant.
Right. Now, does Loki show up in this particular book series?
No.
Okay. So anything else interesting about this storyline?
What I thought was interesting is Hulk had a band of friends that he worked with.
Mm-hmm.
And it was really cool just to see Hulk working in a group.
That is pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I found something interesting in this book as I'm flipping through listening to you talk about it. There is an ad in here for the Quarterback Club, a video game not a video game.
For the trading cards.
It's for trading cards, and they made a comic within a comic. Any chance you happen to read this one?
Yeah.
Did you get confused and go, hey, where's the Hulk?
Yes.
Yeah, because these are all 90s football players. We got some Steve Young in here. Let's see, who else is in here?
They're learning about the ultimate baseball card.
Yeah. So anyway, back to the story. So they're checking out the Frost Giants. Then what else happens?
So what happens is what's his name? Hulk's best friend ends up going there by himself.
Okay.
And he's actually friends with the Frost Giants. But in issue 3, when Hulk and all the people arrive there, when he's now teamed up with Thor, the Ice Giants release this big wolf, and it ends up eating the Hulk, and it eats, what's his name?
Rick?
Yeah.
You know what's really interesting is that this wolf that you're talking about, that's Fenris, if I remember right. And Fenris is the wolf that was supposed to help bring about Ragnarok. You remember what Ragnarok is?
Yeah.
Well, for our listeners, can you tell them what Ragnarok is?
Ragnarok is the destruction of Asgard.
Yeah. All right. So in all of the Incredible Hulk books that you've read so far, where would you rate this story?
I'd rate it I'd say borrow.
Okay.
It was cool to read and cool to see the different art style and the myth concepts, but I probably want to be reading it over and over again.
Okay. Gotcha.
Although what I thought was really cool is I'm not going to tell much of issue 3, but part 3, they end up in the underworld.
Right. And who do we know that runs the underworld? I think you can give it away since she's literally on the cover of the issue.
But I don't know his name.
Yeah. H-E-L. Hell.
Yeah, but what's her name?
Hell. H-E-L.
That's her name?
That's her name.
Why did I think it was something like Medusa?
Hell or Hella? I think it might be Hella. I think they go to hell.
Yeah, they go to hell.
Yeah. That's H-E-L. Yeah, I believe it's Hella. Because that is Thor's sister in the MCU, and she's the one that takes
the hammer.
And she's in charge of the underworld in the classic Marvel universe. So, all right, well then, I can't think of anything else to mention for this.
What I do want to mention is in the 3rd book, we got this cool pamphlet thingy. It sticks out the front, and then you come across it later on towards the back. Well, I don't actually know what it's for.
Oh, it's for an ad in here for the Captain Universe and X-Men comic book. You can fill this order form out and send it in, and it will allow you to get a comic book with Captain Universe in it. And supposedly Captain Universe is the way they set the story up is that they fill in that person's name. So like, let's say we were to fill this out and send it in back in 1992, and I put down Logan, then Captain Universe in the comic book would be named Logan.
Wow.
Yeah. It was an
if
interesting
you can
idea.
still set it in.
No, they well, trust me, a lot of the things have long expired.
Is there an expiration date?
Yeah, usually they're like,
Send me that comic book. Kick these two.
all right. But yeah, trust me, they don't make them anymore, buddy. Believe me. All right. Well, one thing I do want to mention is that this was written by Peter David. Now, the thing about Peter David is that he wrote like a huge chunk of the Incredible Hulk comic books. I mean, we're talking like probably close to 200, 250 issues of the Incredible Hulk. He did everything from the Gray Hulk, Happy Hulk, Rampaging Hulk. You name it, he probably wrote a good section of the book. And he's a phenomenal writer. He did a lot of great stories in the Marvel Universe. He even was the one who came up with Spider-Man 2099 with Miguel O'Hara, which you find out in the new Spider-Man Into the Universe cartoon. So yeah, he's a prolific writer, a huge part of the Marvel Universe and the Marvel creative background. So I think that's all I've got tonight for Comics with My Kids. Logan, do you want to add anything else?
First of all, that's not the thing in the front. There's actually two things that came in this. Not only is there the personalized comic order form, but in the back, you can order something else as well.
Oh, yes, the classic subscription service, which they don't do anymore.
Still, I don't think this has an expiration date.
Right, but they're not going to... They don't use a subscription service anymore through Marvel comic books. You have to go through a comic shop or an order...
No, I mean the personalized comic order form.
Oh, gotcha. All right, well, let's go ahead and wrap this up then. Well, folks, thanks for listening to the Comics with My Kids podcast. Check out more of our episodes at thecomicscornerbox.blogspot.com.
Leave us a rating or review at Apple Podcast or Podchaser.
Follow us on X for all our episodes posts at Comics with Kids.
Also check out our Facebook page, Comics with My Kids, and our Instagram.
Don't forget, we are also having a giveaway where we give away some free comic books, and our 5th anniversary episode is coming up. We have a forum out there you can check out from our Facebook page where you can fill out information. We want to hear from you what you think of Comics with My Kids podcast. We've been doing this for 5 years, and we want more information. We want to know what you like, what you don't like, anything we need to change, or anything that we need to improve upon.
Hey, quick question.
Yes, Logan.
How many emails have we gotten sent in over these nearly 5 years?
I believe we've only had about 3 emails. So I don't know if we're just a voice out there in the dark. So please, folks, write in. Let us know what you think of the show. Fill out our Google Forms over at Facebook. Let us know what you think. And hey, if you write in, we'll send you some free stuff. We got some free comic books. All right, folks. Well, thank you and have a great night.
Good night.